Hey guys, so the latest of the MK party is pretty funny. As you know, the party boycotted the first sitting of parliament. All 58 MPs just did not show up. Later on, Zuma's daughter, Dudu, put out the most hilarious tweet where she was like, you know what, our 31 MPs would not have made a difference anyway. But the problem with that was that they have 58 MPs, not 31. She doesn't even know the number of seats that they won. That's pretty embarrassing and also pretty insulting to their voters who put them there. Well, anyway, the MP now had a press conference yesterday, which was Sunday, where a very sleepy looking Zuma sat alongside the spokesperson. So they've now said that despite them believing that the elections have been rigged, they are going to go to parliament. And I mean, this is just the most contradictory, disorganized strategy ever. If you really think the elections were rigged, why are you going to be sitting in parliament? Well, maybe it has something to do with that 1.2 million rand salary per MP that you'll be losing if you continue this course of action. They've also said that they're going to be joining the Progressive Caucus that was formed by a couple of parties who are opposed to the government of national unity. So the government of national unity now makes up about 68% of parliament, and that's because the ANC, the DA, and the IFP came together, and they're also apparently, according to reports, also are joining up with the PA, Patriotic Alliance rather, and Good, Patricia de Lille's party. The Progressive Caucus is something that Julius Malema, Bantu Halamisa, and so on put together. It includes the ATM, Al Jamaa, Pan-African Congress. MK joining them, they're at 25.6% of parliament. That's 106 seats, if my calculations are correct. So the Progressive Caucus, as far as Malema explains it, is actually quite a good idea. The opposition that we've always had, the Democratic Alliance, has been absorbed into the government of national unity. So somebody needs to play that role of holding government to account. And I actually think the EFF would do a pretty good job of that if they, true to what they've just said. The party came out before the first parliament sat and said, we're no longer going to disrupt parliament, we're going to mature politically, we're going to play by the rules and play the role of a strong opposition. Parliament is made up of various committees that examine legislation and make decisions, and some of the EFF MPs have been pretty impressive on that stuff, especially Floyd Shavambu. But the MK itself, pretty much a joke at this point, but a dangerous joke, one that tends to threaten violence when they don't get their way. Thankfully for our democracy, the MK party is so disorganized that I'm hoping that they don't pose a serious danger to us long term. A more organized party would. But this party called a press conference yesterday at 2 p.m. to tell us all of this, and the conference started 4 hours late. The thing that's really holding them together is Jacob Zuma, but he's 82 years old. In 5 years' time, I think that the MK party is going to be looking very different and not pose as much of a threat as it does now. But the underlying politics, the underlying kind of conservatism that we're seeing is something we need to keep an eye on.